Interested ever since I was a little kid. Transformers, GoBots, Max Steel, all those kind of shows. And I built little robots here and there, but nothing specific. I didn't start building replicas until 2008, like the ones that you see behind me. They're a lot harder to build than your own custom robot because you got to get the details just precise to make it look like the thing from the actual show or movie. All the robots that you see behind me, except for one, I have built myself. B9 over there used to be a friend's. He never got it finished, so I took it over and finished it. But everything else here is built from scratch. No CNC machines or special computer equipment. It's all done by hand with rulers and hand saws and that kind of thing. I have a lot more pride in the work doing it that way than just sticking a program in a computer and having it cut out for me. On average, when I'm building a robot, this one was my first replica that I built, so I had a learning curve. It took about 3 years to build. And then the R3 on the other side for Jen, that one only took 6 months because I learned how to do stuff, the right things to do, the wrong things to do. Other ones, the Dalek took about a year back here. His name is Bob. The other one that you see off screen, T3, he took about a year and a half because I had to do everything from scratch. And there's some other stuff that you'll see later that, like the TARDIS console, that took about 3 years so far. Because trying to find parts from the 1970s, the original parts, it takes a while. I find parts everywhere, like on eBay, Amazon, going to junk dealers and stuff. To give you an example, R2 right here, his holo projector is off of a British airplane. The coin return and these slots right here are off a British soda machine. So it takes a while to find certain parts and stuff like that. Under here, you can't quite see it, but it's the seat release for the same airplane for the seatbelt. And that's what they actually used in the movies. So technically, most of R2 is British. My favorite of the ones down here is one that you'll see over here. He's called T3M4. He's from a video game called Knights of the Old Republic. He's the only one I know of in the world that has ever been built and finished. He's completely made out of recycled materials from leftover scraps from the other robots, so I have a lot of pride in him because he's the only one that I know of. Totally scratch built, totally figured out from watching the video game and him driving in circles on the screen for hours on end. Also, I've helped build other robots for people. I built a lot of R2-D2s for other friends that we use for charity work. Another one is over here on this side, you'll see later. It's a R3 for my girlfriend, Jen. But yeah, it's really fun to do. It's fun to take them out to the kids and everything and let them see it at the conventions and stuff. Use them for charities like sick kids and that. A lot of the charities that we do, we raise money for like children in need and stuff like that. We take them to Boy Scout troops. We don't make any money on this. It's all our own money involved in it for charity because everything's copyrighted for the replicas. But it's great to see a kid smile, or some kid that's in a wheelchair or something, he's depressed or something, and it's like you bring the robot and show them, and they're good at driving their wheelchair, so you hand them the controls and they can drive these around and everything. They're expensive, yeah, but we trust the kids. We take them to many conventions. I took this one here to C5. George Lucas himself actually looked at it and said it was a great replica. He asked where we were when we needed them. Like, we're here now. Actually, in the new Star Wars movies, quite a few of fan-built R2s are going to be in them. Locally, for conventions, every year there's an anime convention that we've been going to called NebraskaCon. Every year I try to take something new, so everything that you see here, build one a year pretty much, and they go to that. Got another convention coming called British Fest, which most of these will be at here in June. All the robots you see here can actually walk or talk and everything. They can actually convey emotions. Like R2, even though he beeps, he can be like sad when he beeps or happy or mad. So kids actually think he's carrying on a conversation with them, and it's kind of fun. Once in a while you have those rowdy people that like to touch or scratch stuff, and he has a built-in fire extinguisher that can tell them to back off. There are many groups. There's the astromech.net, which is the main R2 builders group, which helped a lot with building this first one until I learned to do everything myself. A local one is r2-cm.com. We're the local R2 builders and build all these other things. My personal blog where you can learn for free to build some of this stuff is r2-cm.com, which is named after my first droid, whose nickname is Patches.